Hey guys, Garrett Tice here with Applied Software. Today I want to talk about a new feature inside of Fabrication 2017. It is specific to STMEP and CamDuct, and today I'll be demonstrating it inside of CamDuct. Essentially, what I'm going to display here is the new group by functionality, which allows you to, inside of your job contents, arrange your items based off criteria that you dictate. So imagine inside of reporting, if you're collecting rows into tables, it's going to group everything together based off that one common field, whether you're grouping by material or status. So at this point, if I grouped by status, everything would be in one group because they're all designed right now. In order to group by something, you must have it inside of the item details. So if you go to View, Customize, under Items, not Nests, here's your items, nests. Notice that it goes from status to notes, and on my background, I go from status to notes. If I want to add something, I can add something. So for this example, I'm going to leave it here for the time being, but I will come back and add another field. So what I've noticed in playing with the group by functionality, if you right click customize in the white, or if you're highlighting a piece and right click, you can go to background customize. It will get you to the same place. I'll hit cancel and go in the other route, and you can move to the group by tab. Now again, this is for 2017 only. And so what we'll do is we'll group by name. Let's say put all of our square bins together and all of our straights together. You can see here that it's now expanded and grouped them based off all the fittings that are in the job. If I only had one fitting type, such as a square bend, I would only have the one group. I do have a few different fittings inside of this job, so you can see I've got 5 different groups now. You're not limited to just one group by option. You can do 2, 3. The biggest use that I see for it is grouping by material, not necessarily what item it is, more so just the material. Now again, on group by, you can only group by what is across the top. So inside your item details here, that's what you'll see as options for group by. So I've got name in there. I'm going to go ahead and put material for the time being and hit OK. So now you can see it's all my mitered offsets that are 20 gauge. Here's all the mitered offsets that are 26 gauge. I haven't found a very good use for grouping by name. So group by, I'll get rid of name here. What I find most proficient is just the material, grouping by material. Now, another thing that I did find beneficial, but unfortunately you can't really change it across multiple items, is maybe adding nesting priority. So if we went into all of our square bins, right, we've got 2 of them right here that are 22 gauge, and we went to the properties. Under developments, you have the option to apply a nest priority. This will apply it to all of the patterns for that piece. Okay, I'll go ahead and hit OK, and I'll do that to this square bin as well. I'll go to the properties and I'll apply the priority of 1. So I've applied the priority to my 2 square bins, but I do not have nesting priority across the top inside of my job contents. So in order to group by that, I'll need to add it. Through View Customize, I can type priority, item parts nesting priority, and I'll put that to the top. Now what I've noticed with group by, I went ahead and hit OK, but I don't see that it was added. If you simply go to item folders and back to job contents, priority will be displayed. So you can see here I've got this square bin that has a priority of 1. This square bin has a priority of 1, as well as this mitered offset. Now if I go into customize and group by, now I will have priority and I can send that over. And so now galvanized 22 with the priority of 1. The true benefit that I see is you're not going to have a job that's necessarily so small scale. You could have a large number of items within the job. So you would have a lot more information and a lot more pieces to nest. But with these collapsed, I'll go ahead and collapse these. I can say, all right, galvanized 22 and priority 1. If I click on that row, everything within that row highlights. So I could right click and process that row, and everything that falls under that criteria of 22 gauge priority 1 will be nested. So I can say, all right, let's just send that out for right now, keep the shop busy, and then I can begin to prioritize on what goes out versus what does not go out. So that's the new group by functionality. Um, Review, play with it. If you have a better use, or if you use it in a certain way, feel free to leave me a comment, and we can discuss how you're using it, if this is beneficial to the average inputter, and if it helps make the shop a little bit more proficient.